Lanisia Rhoden is a social entrepreneur and nonprofit management and business consultant who is passionate about youth and community development and entrepreneurship. She is committed to helping others identify and fulfill their purpose and helping NGOs globally become sustainable through social enterprise development. Lanisia has over 13 years experience in the nonprofit and entrepreneurship sector. She is the founder and executive director of the award-winning non-governmental organization Young Women and Men of Purpose, an organization which provides career guidance, mentorship, and entrepreneurship training and support to young people in Jamaica. She also founded the organization in 2009 after becoming the JCDC Miss Manchester Festival Queen. As a visionary, Lanisia has led the development of the NGO and acquired funding from international and local funding agencies to execute numerous community development and outreach projects for youths in Jamaica. She also serves as the CEO of the organization's social enterprise, Link Your Purpose, an online career development platform and social enterprise created to help young people identify and fulfill their career goals through technology and expand the services of young women and men of purpose and contribute to its sustainability. Lanisia operates a consultancy agency, the NGO Journey Consultancy Agency, where she uses her skills, knowledge, and expertise to help individuals and companies start, grow, and sustain their own high-impact NGOs and businesses. Throughout her years of service, Lanisia has received several awards for her work, including the Commonwealth Youth Award for Excellence in Development Work, the Jamaica Governor General's Award for Youth Leadership and Community Development, the Leader Worth Following Award from Leader Cast Kingston 2019. She was recognized and awarded for her contributions to the field of business by the Gleaner's Flair magazine, who honored 25 distinguished women on International Women's Day in 2018, and her NGO YWOP/YMOP, that's the Young Women and Men organization, received the CVSS Nonprofit Organization of the Year 2018 award. Lanisia has an MSc in Innovation Management and Entrepreneurship from the University of Manchester, UK, as a Rotary Ambassadorial Scholar, a Bachelor's in Food Service Management from the University of Technology, Jamaica, with first-class honors. She has represented Jamaica and the Caribbean and has participated in incubators, accelerators, conferences, and fellowship programs in over 16 countries because of her work in youth and community development and entrepreneurship. Lanisia has and continues to overcome many challenges on her success journey, but her passion for helping young people to identify and fulfill their purpose and to help other NGOs become sustainable while creating impact, and her faith and total dependence on God continues to be the force behind her success. Welcome.
Wow. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Madam Master of Ceremony, Winsome Callum, Board Chair, Michelle Chung, Founder of Grace to Grow Mentorship and Training, Mrs. Henika Watkins Porto, Reverend Dwight Kelly, other board members and esteemed guests, and the most esteemed graduates and graduates who are here, good afternoon. So firstly, I just want to say congratulations to Henika and her team. It has been a pleasure to walk alongside you for a little while, and it's really amazing, and I'm really, really proud and honored to be here to see the success of this program and the impact. So allow me to start by sharing a story from International Story with you. A man found a cocoon of a butterfly. One day, a small opening appeared in the cocoon. Fascinated, he sat and watched the butterfly for several hours as it struggled to force its body through the little hole. Then it seemed to stop making any progress. It appeared as if it had gotten as far as it could and could not go any farther. After waiting for some time, the man decided to help the butterfly. He took a pair of scissors and nipped the remaining bit of the cocoon. The butterfly then emerged easily, but it did not unfurl its wings and fly gracefully away. The butterfly had a swollen body and shriveled wings. The man continued to watch the butterfly, hoping that the wings would enlarge and expand to be able to support the body, which would contract in time. Neither happened. In fact, the butterfly spent the rest of its life crawling around with a swollen body and deformed wings. It was never able to fly. What the man in his kindness and haste did not understand was that the restricting cocoon and the struggle required for the butterfly to get through the small opening of the cocoon are nature's way of forcing fluid from the body of the butterfly into its wings so that it would be ready for flight once it achieved its freedom from the cocoon. So the essence of the story is we have to be resilient and patient in our struggles. Premature help can cripple us and will prevent us from developing the resilience and strength we need to not only survive, but to thrive. And so this afternoon, I want to share briefly with you on your theme, Embracing Change, Nurturing Resilience for a Future of Growth. In this journey of life, we have and will have many caterpillar to butterfly moments, especially as we move from one stage of life to the next. Some of the most common ones being from the stage of a baby to a toddler, toddler to child, child to adolescent, adolescent to adult, and the many stages of adulthood. I don't know if there are any adults in the room. Many of us will experience transformation in our professional lives, moving from one career to another, or from one level to the next. In our personal lives and with relationships, with family relationships, and also in our spiritual lives. Like the caterpillar, the process of metamorphosis is never easy. In fact, it can be quite a slow and painful process. I've had many caterpillar moments. One of my most recent caterpillar to butterfly moments, I would say, have been my hardest. It has been the hardest I've experienced, rather, but one that was most needed. For days, weeks, months, and even an entire year, I could not understand what was happening. Sickness, delays, loss of income, loss of opportunities, loss of team members, loss of friends, and it was very puzzling. This was the opposite of what I prayed for. This was the opposite of what God had promised, or so I thought at the time. Because at the time, I didn't realize it was all part of the transformative process. How many of us want to go higher? How many of you want to go higher? I know you're eating, right? But it's okay to raise your hands. How many of you want to go higher? How many of you want to be able to move from ground level to the next level, or from the level that you are at now to another level? How many of you want to soar gracefully like the butterfly? Good. I do. But how many of us, how many of you are willing to be trapped in a cocoon and wait patiently while persevering to develop your mindset, to develop your bodies, to develop your wings, which will be critical for you to fly? It's important that while we wait and go through the process of transformation, that we do not get ahead of ourselves and we do not accept premature help and quick fixes to our situations. Because like the story of the man who thought that he could help the butterfly by opening the cocoon for it and to save it time, we will be setting ourselves up to be crippled for life. If you pay attention and if you're willing to learn, your season of metamorphosis will teach you many lessons. My season of metamorphosis, it taught me grit. It taught me resilience. There were days when I felt like I wanted to give up and couldn't hold on any further. But through God's grace and the encouragement and support of family, close friends, I remained in the cocoon until it was time, the right time, to break free and to fly. So what are some lessons that I learned during my period of metamorphosis? It taught me the importance of self-assessment, to look at where I am and how I got there. It forced me to examine and challenge my paradigms, my thoughts, and my belief systems. It allowed me to think outside the box and to think in the context of the future and not to dwell on the past. It allowed me to acknowledge that what worked for 14 years will not necessarily work now, nor will it work in the future. It brought me out of my comfort zone. And so today, as you move from this stage of your life to the next, don't lose hope. You might not be able to see what your future holds now, but believe that all things will work together for your good. And when you start the process of transformation, sometimes you are given a peek of what is to come. But do not become frustrated when it doesn't happen immediately. Wait patiently. And while you wait, continue to do the work on yourself. Watch videos, read books to develop your mindset. Work on your skill and your craft. And for those of you who have businesses, work on your business. Work on your relationships and any other practical work that you need to do until it's time to reap the reward of the process. It won't be easy. The feelings of shame, guilt, and failure will all present themselves before you. But do not allow them, nor the voices. And the voices of which I speak, it could be that of your own, or it could be that of others, to define you. Never be ashamed of your battles. Fight your battles with dignity, because that is how you grow. Remember, growth attracts influence, and who you become is greater than what you acquire. And finally, when you become a butterfly, your friends and companions are no longer caterpillars, but fellow butterflies. And a caterpillar in this case, it's not defined by the position of the person in society or their socioeconomic status. We're not talking about, in the Jamaican terms, when you become somebody and you forget where you're coming from and those who were beside you. That's not what we're talking about. But your friends will be butterflies because of the state of their thoughts and their mindset. Those who no longer eat leaves but help to transfer and spread pollen so that others can reproduce and flourish, because that is also who you have become. And if you ever doubt whether or not you have the ability, grit, and resilience to complete your period of metamorphosis and transformation, just remember who you are and whose you are. And if you don't know who you are, I am here to tell you today that you are a child of God. You are created in God's image. You are filled with purpose. You are a reflection of God, and God is love. You have the grace to grow. And so as I end today, I want you to personalize it and to say it after me. I know you're eating, but if you don't mind. I am a child of God. And touch yourselves. I am a child of God. I am created in God's image. I am filled with purpose. I am a reflection of God, and God is love. I have the grace to grow. Thank you and congratulations to all the graduates.
Thank you so very much, Lanisia. Give her another round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Crystal is a really special story, ladies and gentlemen. She started out with us at the very beginning with the first cohort last year. She went through lots of stuff, which she may share with you. But we're celebrating her today because she was able to overcome a lot of stuff. She has now embraced the process, and she is here to share with you. Please give her a round of applause.
Okay. Before I proceed, I just want to say thank you, Henika. I remember going through a season where I wasn't so sure of my talents and myself and my purpose. And while being in the program, it came to the surface that I write. And since then, Enika just juice it. She's like, you have to perform a poem every time you come to the sessions. And since then, I started writing again. And, this poem has been a fruit of said writing. And as Enika mentioned, that the program caters to women who are overlooked, this poem will speak to just that. So this poem is entitled An Ode to Torn Paper. Dear torn paper, you have been wrinkled, crushed, and torn. People blame you for every crooked line, misspelled word, and misplaced punctuation. Isn't it unjust how they hold you accountable for their atrocious handwriting? People discard you when they believe you hold evidence of their mistakes, toss you into waste bins as they celebrate a successful slam dunk to your demise. O torn paper, you never opt to complain. You bask among debris as you anticipate to be recycled. You know that one day the process will make you new again. One day you'll be a cardboard box, a stack of newspaper, or even papier-mâché art displayed in a museum. One day you'll be something they never thought you had the potential to be. Oh, torn paper, you are beautiful, something worth admiration. I commend you for exuding patience with those who do not have the patience to be patient with you. Instead of erasing minor imperfections, they would rather dispose and replace you. To them, you are just another piece of blank slate waiting to be scribbled with their deepest, darkest insecurities. You provide comfort by allowing them to spew spills of whatever it is they feel like sharing. You give permission to be folded into pocket-sized origami, which is likely to be forgotten in their back pocket. After all, you are nothing but a piece of paper, a single insignificant page among the countless books in their life. Do you ever pause to think, Why are you dilapidated? Maybe you were torn out of mere boredom, or was it frustration due to their own inner emotional turmoil? Maybe you were torn because they were too weak to handle you as a whole. No wonder they often tell you, you are too much. Dear torn paper, not because you are in pieces means you are entitled to be shared. I pray that one day you gain strength. I pray you become strong enough to bind together every piece of you that was ripped apart by the hands of destructive toddlers. Thank you.
So thank you all, and I want to big up the friends and relatives who came out to support our graduates. Please stand up again. Please stand up, because some of you came in afterwards, but we really appreciate you. This is what we need: support, partnership, collaboration. You help to make it happen. Thank you so very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We're going to move on now, and we're going to have our valedictorians. We have two of them. And the valedictorians are Kimika Galia and Althea Walker Russell Prince. We will ask them now to approach the lectern, and we'll hear first from Kimika and then Althea.
To our executive team members, board of directors, Lady Henika, my fellow Grace to Grow members, family, and friends. Today, I want to extend an overwhelming gratitude to everyone who is here in support of this significant milestone in our lives. This day has been highly anticipated for a while, and I want to thank everyone who helped in making it possible. Ladies, we made it. It is an honor to stand here before you as the valedictorian of the graduating cohort. I want to begin my speech by defining the words grace and grow. According to the Oxford Dictionary, grace means a quality of behavior that is polite, pleasant, and deserves respect. However, the true meaning of grace is favor or blessing, and the word is derived from the Bible. The word grow means to increase in size, number, strength, quantity, or quality. Throughout our journey, Lady Henika did just that. She gave us grace to grow. She mentored, grilled, molded, and gracefully transformed us. Our lives were not the same after leaving the program. Some of us joined the Grace to Grow program because we were lost and needed redirection. Some of us needed a breath of fresh air. We were going through difficult times, and some of us were referred by friends and family, and the pre screening process inspired us to stay. While some of us were motivated by the impact of previous cohorts and wanted to experience the same. And the rest, we needed accountability, and the program was a great start. Every week, Lady Henika came to transform lives, and each week she did just that. We learned how to set boundaries, communicate effectively, manage our time better, build resumes. We received interview tips, financial and investment advice, family advice. We even received marital advice. We were given a safe and comfortable space to discuss topics such as mental health, purpose, and dreams. We were we reflected on our lives and concluded which parts needed work and where we were pleased with. We were encouraged that life had more than what we saw with our naked eyes. We were taught to care for ourselves, to block out the naysayers and all the noise around us. We were taught not to forget our identity and not to put everything into our relationships, work, or children. We had daily affirmations that helped us on days when we were not feeling enough. Moreover, most importantly, we were taught about our identity in Christ. We were taught to keep God in the center of everything we do, And Leni Henika gave us purpose. She gave us a weekly Bible devotional plan, and we had an open discussion on what we read. We aimed to read and understand the Bible, and we also aimed to memorize I am scriptures. My two favorites, for we are God's masterpiece. He has created us anew in Christ so we can do good things he planned for us long ago. Ephesians 2:10 and Psalms 139 verse 14. I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Your works work wonderful, and I know that full and well. It was not all peach and roses every week. We had moments where some of us, if not all, felt defeated, unsure, and lost. Still, we put in the work, and our hard work has paid off. While, while doing this, I did a little survey and asked the ladies what was their biggest takeaway from the program. And here were a few. So some stated that the program improved their entrepreneurial skills. They stepped out of their zone, and they grow holistically to accomplish long-awaited goals. Some stated that it pushed them towards being consistent as much as possible, and when they were not consistent, that they should pick up where they left off and keep going. While some stated that the urgent and important matrix helped them prioritize and learn how to communicate boundaries effectively. However, for myself, my biggest takeaway is that I am enough. I have a voice. My opinion matters, and God loves me. I was taught to set boundaries. I figured out my purpose and how to achieve my goals. And by doing so, I myself applied for my LLB, which I was successful in being accepted in the University of Law. The best thing that came from Grace to Grow program, well, one of the other best thing that came from Grace to Grow program is my now job. I used what I learned from the Grace to Grow program to ace my interview questions, and now I have a better job and I'm earning much more. So now we can celebrate these accomplishments and cherish the memories we have created during our time in this program. Our journey is far from over. We are about to embark on a new path filled with excitement, opportunities, and new challenges. However, with what we have learned and with God in the midst, we all have the potential to make an impact in the world. Without Lady Enika's guidance, patience, and drive, we would not have come this far. Thank you for your dedication, hard work, and belief in us. We appreciate the Grace to Grow program and its impact. Lastly, I want to express my sincere gratitude to God for his grace and mercy that brought us to this day. We have the strength and ability to achieve our dreams because of him. Lady Henika created the Grace to Grow program, and due to God's grace, we got to be here today. He has guided us every step of the way and will continue to do so. Congratulations to cohort 2 and 3. Let us embrace the future with courage, hope, and a sense of purpose. Thank you.
Another round of applause for her, please. Thank you.